The Siege of Thebes, fought in 335 BCE, was one of the earliest and most significant military engagements in the reign of Alexander the Great. Located in central Greece, Thebes was one of the major city-states of the Greek world, and its revolt against Macedonian rule would lead to a decisive and brutal response from Alexander. This event marked a critical turning point in Alexander's path to consolidating power and asserting Macedonian dominance over Greece before embarking on his campaign against the Persian Empire. Background: after the assassination of his father, King Philip II, in 336 BCE, Alexander inherited the Macedonian throne at the age of 20. One of his first tasks was to secure Macedonian control over Greece, which had been established by his father through the Corinthian League, a federation of Greek states under Macedonian hegemony. Most Greek city-states complied with Macedonian rule, but Thebes, a powerful city-state with a history of resistance to Macedonian influence, began to stir unrest. The Thebans, emboldened by the death of Philip, saw an opportunity to challenge Macedonian dominance. They were also encouraged by rumors of dissent among Macedonian ranks and believed that Alexander's youth would make him vulnerable. Thebes' rebellion was more than a local dispute. It represented a larger challenge to Alexander's authority over Greece and a test of his ability to enforce his father's legacy. The siege. Alexander, determined to quell the rebellion swiftly and decisively, marched south with an army to confront the Theban forces. The city of Thebes had long been fortified, but Alexander's military genius allowed him to exploit weaknesses in its defenses. As the Macedonian forces approached, Thebes made preparations for a siege, hoping to withstand the attack. The siege itself was brutal. Alexander's forces cut off supply lines and besieged the city with their superior siege equipment, including battering rams and siege towers. Despite fierce resistance from Thebes, which sought to rally other Greek city-states to its cause, the Macedonian army gradually gained the upper hand. After several weeks of intense fighting, Alexander's forces broke through Thebes' defenses. In the final assault, Thebes was overwhelmed, and its defenders were either killed or captured. In an act that would send shockwaves throughout Greece, Alexander ordered the complete destruction of Thebes, with much of the city razed to the ground. Around 6,000 Thebans were killed, and 30,000 survivors were sold into slavery. The Temple of Apollo, one of the city's most important religious sites, was also destroyed. Aftermath and significance. The fall of Thebes was a crucial moment in Alexander's consolidation of power. By decisively crushing the rebellion, he demonstrated his ability to maintain control over the Greek city-states and eliminate any threats to his authority. The destruction of Thebes also served as a powerful warning to other Greek cities considering rebellion against Macedonian rule. The massacre and destruction of the city were controversial even at the time, but Alexander's response had the desired effect. Greece, now effectively under Macedonian control, was no longer in a position to challenge his authority. Thebes' fate ensured that no other Greek city-state would openly defy Alexander. The siege also marked Alexander's transition from being a young ruler to a fearsome military leader. His decisive action against Thebes showed that he was prepared to use overwhelming force to achieve his objectives, regardless of the cost. Conclusion: the Siege of Thebes was a defining moment in Alexander the Great's early career. It served as a brutal reminder of his resolve and military prowess, quelling rebellion and solidifying his control over Greece. Though the destruction of Thebes was harsh, it was instrumental in ensuring that Alexander could focus on his larger ambitions, including his legendary campaign against the Persian Empire. The siege remains a significant event in Alexander's rise to power, illustrating his willingness to use force to maintain order and unity within his empire.